first pick. And again, this is a hero that's kind of died off a little bit as far as his potential, especially #1 pick potential. But Willowkeeper still likes it here. And they also happen to get Cthulhu Font on top of Behemoth, so...
Yeah, and followed up with actually a Tempest pickup coming from BMG. I mean, it's crazy to see, like, we didn't see, like, barely any Tempest come out from the qualifiers or even the Carnage of Kaldafar before that. Yet now the Hontos is the one sort of started. We see Tempest almost all the time now. It's so strange to sort of see that, but I guess, you know, players maybe just going back to their roots, maybe something that makes them feel comfortable, something that, you know, that they're happy to play, even in sort of somewhat of, you know, pressure sort of games.
Yeah.
No surprise we see here picked up by a Tempest or by a Handskin. And I'm be interested to see how Willowkeeper try and sort of to deal with this. See if they're going to try and punish it in terms of the laning phase or just in the early game aggression, or they're going to try and sort of counter it straight up. I mean, Pharaoh, one hero that is very strong against Tempest, can obviously stop the Tempest ultimate, even if he has the stronger head with his ultimate. So they're good to sort of see how what Willowkeeper sort of implement and try and sort of deal with the BMG in game 2 here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see Tempest right there. Only 21 games, and compared to a lot of these other heroes, especially what we used to see that hero. Not a whole lot is definitely in the phase of dying off the Crunch Gunner. Again, the qualifiers didn't really see it at all. So, but yeah, BMG and Sync still making a point that it's a very strong hero and going with it. Pharaoh's going to be that pick up there for several reasons, I'm sure. One being to counter the Tempest, but also the Rhapsody for that matter. Having that ultimate, the Hellfire can also be annoying to deal with, and when you're trying to get the good channeling ability off. So it makes sense to go that kind of hero. However, that does make me look at their lineup now and kind of wonder what we're going to see here. Is it going to be like a jungle Cthulhu Font in the end? Straight up jungle?
I think it's going to be jungle Behemoth, and then they're going to finish off with some kind of support. I think maybe like the Luna or the Glaciers, perhaps.
Huh.
And then just run the Suicide Cthulhu, which would be my guess, because I think Cthulhu jungle is just really outdated unless you're going aggressive jungle with him. Because it doesn't work very well, and he's a lot better in terms of in the laning phase than he is in the jungle.
Yeah. We'll see where that ends up. So much for flying through this draft. Handskin now putting some good thought here as far as what he's going to pick up with this next pickup. As the match expired, so GG. No, just kidding. 10 seconds left now remaining. Oh, there we go. Wretched Hag is going to be there. Wow, snap pick Glacius. The tree's just fusing, especially. He's just like, I had something in mind, and we're gonna make it happen.
I actually really like that sort of drafting decision because look, I mean, 11 seconds coming out for BMG in terms of extra time. It really puts Handskin under pressure. He took a lot of time to think about the Wretched Hag pickup, and now he's got to think about his suicide lane as well. I mean, obviously, sort of reducing the time he's got given and picks up the Plague Rider. Okay,
that's not your everyday suicide. But I'm not complaining, mainly because I got to say Plague-Goo. I'm sure once this game at least. Twice they're going to Kaldafar,
0% win.
Didn't do so well. But at the same time, again, this hero, he is a very strong suicide because of the positioning. Because of that, what is it even called? It's been so long. Extinguish that he has. So, and AoE synergy on this Hellborn team, that's a lot.
Super KG's playing it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually.
That's strange to see. But it is in the end, though, I mean, one thing to note, though, is I think Plague Rider really does excel in terms of a 1v1 matchup in terms of the suicide lane, because obviously he can pull the lane back, so he's somewhat decent against the 2v1, because obviously he gets the lane position and then as a result gets free XP and a little bit of fun. But at the same time, he is very, very easy to get picked off. And easy to sort of dive, and I think what it looks like is going to be a jungle in Behemoth, because he's already picked up the hatchet, so it's going to be a trolling down here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Plague Rider has a terrible time here in the bottom lane, just getting dove over and over again from the Glacius Behemoth as well as the Puppet Master.
Yeah. So these the Legion and Hellborn heroes and how they fare with them as far as the combo of the heroes and the player combination is not the best actually on Willowkeeper there. As far as playing with these specific heroes. And on the other side, a lot better for BMG. And again, especially just goes back Rhapsody. Rhapsody seems to be that hero. And it has been for a long time, I feel like, especially for BMG. Seokid's Rhapsody. So freaking strong. And definitely worth thinking about banning in one of the initial bans still at this point. So, yeah, here we go with the lanes, though. It is going to be Cthulhu Font. Sure enough, in that suicide top, you do got Pharaoh going middle. And, yeah, the tri-lane setup. With Behemoth going to be going more over the jungle, perhaps, in the end, is what we're going to see here. But yeah, Super KG going to the bottom. Look at the item build, too, on him, actually. It's
Look at the top lane already. Hanskin playing very, very well actually on this Tempest. Like just his positioning before the game even starts, scouting out this ward placed by Boxy. So this is most likely going to get counter-warded very, very quickly. Is that blocking it?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like it's inside.
I mean,
but
it's Hanskin, so I'm going to go and say no.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting. I feel like it should. I mean, is there a way that doesn't block it?
I don't know. To me, it looks like it's inside, but I guess we'll have to see in 5 seconds. But in the end, I mean, it's good positioning coming out from Hanskin, though, knowing exactly where he is, and it does block it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's a rare. I mean, maybe he's been playing a lot of secondary support lately, so.
Unless that's supposed to be blocking in terms of stopping.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. No, you're right. I think that's fair. If so it gets in the gold from the warder's side. I mean, I guess, and it takes away any vision it may have had.
Yeah.
So I guess there is a logic there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, his hard cam is still blocked though as well. Something to note. I mean, is he bringing anything over? Yeah, he's bringing another ward over as well. So that's most likely going to get countered because that's quite a usual ward placement. So expect this to be countered as well. Yes, it's in range. So yeah, so that's going to be countered as well.
Plague Rider, you're in
bottom
trouble.
lane.
Yep. A couple more auto attacks, and there we go. Baltazar and Puppet Master gets the kill. So Super KGE, I mean, that's obviously a huge downside of Plague Rider. He has 0 escape in the end.
That's what we were talking about. Like, don't expect him to get dove time and time again. And I mean, look at the lead already. I mean, it's only 1 minute and a half, but I mean, already 700 gold ahead. But obviously, a good start coming out from Tree.
Indeed it is. Puppet Master, of course, getting that Bloodlust kill, helping on top of just a very good creep farm here. So far, 4-1. Well, I say very good, actually. It was like great, but his first creep wave was pulled away that he was able to get, and obviously the Extinguish on top of that, so it's understandable. Maybe not going 100% the best, but Bloodlust kill kind of makes up for that in a sense, plus more. Behemoth still working with this creep wave here. I just love seeing this, man. Behemoth and Magnus, these two heroes. That is just a thing. I want to start seeing it like a Hammerstorm do this, man. Hammerstorm's a hero. I feel like he has potential. Well, speaking of the Honcast history that we were watching, we saw a lot of Hammerstorm throughout those matches, I feel like.
And they lost every single game.
No,
so like...
just the Beacon games. Everything else was fine.
Just the Beacon games. Oh, man. But, yeah, I mean, he did get some buffs as well, and I think maybe carry potential. He's actually top lane. Hag might be in trouble.
Who DC'd? I'm confused. Okay, no. It looks like it was the Legion team that DC'd, so never mind. Quick ready. I thought they were saying Wretched Hag DC, and I was like, oh, that's kind of awkward because like, do I fall back or do I keep going for the kill? Honestly, money on the line, you should go for the kill is what I would say in the end. But anyways, it had nothing to do with that. So now Cthulhu might need to be careful though. I think he's gonna be fine. He does have trees he's eating. No, Wretched Hag's going balls to the wall here. Wants this kill. Another hot apply. One more auto attack will probably do it. Oh, I think that does it. The dot damage is gonna be enough. No, the regen's enough. Okay.
The dot damage is so bad on level 1 Horn, or level 2 Horn even, but still the damage is very, very bad. So. Yeah, I mean, good rotation coming from Tempest. I think Hag was actually going to drop there, if not actually middle lane.
Yeah, you see Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Quick moment wall is going to be fine.
I mean, look at this lead though. I mean, it's very rare to see that BMG to go behind. Normally that they get the lead and they stay in front, but actually lead by 1,000 gold already 3 minutes in. I mean, the way Tree have laned actually is very, very perfect because obviously, I mean, they shut down Tempest quite a bit. He's only farming 230 GPM, sort of same as Behemoth, but at the same time, they're sort of shutting down this Plague Rider quite a bit. And I mean, Confident's doing very, very well top as well. Actually beating Hag top lane. So I mean, the way they're sort of set out, they're actually winning almost all lanes at the moment.
Yeah, Willow Gaper making a very strong statement here. What's that?
And look, so Pharaoh, new 300 GPM 1v2. That is insane.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. that is something to pick up on initially. But they've gone for several kill attempts, but he's just survived enough. I mean, he's had the good region early on. Now that's kind of worn off. He is out of bottle charges currently. He's actually, look at that right there. He stacks the Ancients as he's going to bottle up a double damage rune. And now he's headed back middle. So very good play by Cracky right there. Playing Pharaoh. Again, another one of these players starting to keep more and more of an eye on as far as just fun to watch and making some big plays. Cthulhu fought, though, yeah, top lane. You see he's able to do pretty well against Hag right here. If anything, kind of even with him. And, hell, that's a victory, I think it's safe to say, against a short lane Hag. So we'll take that.
Definitely. And look at Behemoth as well. He's getting his farm on it. Look, he's already picked up a bottle. Level 5, and wouldn't be surprised if we sort of see a gank potential middle or even bottom. Most likely bottom, perhaps, because it's so easy to dive this Plague. He's only level 3. Died already once already. Middle lane, Pharaoh taking a lot of damage. But again, I mean, I have to admit, Trade really do like to play the solo mid in terms of, either it's 1v1 or 1v2. And I have to admit, Cracky plays an incredible 1v2 sort of Pharaoh or even a matchup. And as a result, I mean, 260-70 GPM is actually the same as the 2v1 Magnus. So interesting to note there, actually. He's very low, though. He should be careful. Magnus could stun, potentially get him. But
speaking of being careful, Wretched Hag also needed to be very careful. Living life on the edge, but he knew no man on Cthulhu Fun. He almost died. His one auto attack away, but the miss came out as she blinked.
Oh, Tempest.
But Tempest is coming in. He does not have an ultimate just yet. Maybe they're going to time this. He's going to throw a stun, if anything. There we go. Stun comes out. Cthulhu Fun, no mana once again for a trample. Yeah, he's forced to kind of go the other way. He's like, screw this. I'm going to try to make a juke somehow over here. It's not going to happen. Xibby gets credit for the kill. And the middle lane collapse happening. Rhapsody thought she was being smart right there. She runs right into Pharaoh, though, with the Wrath of the Pharaoh. She's going to end up falling. And now Magnus, no Behemoth stun, actually. Didn't really have the best angle, I guess, so figured it might as well save the mana and not go for the
they weren't
killer.
going to catch him anyway, so even if he threw out the Behemoth stun, it wouldn't have been the strongest or the most useful part of mana. Going back to the gank on Boxer, I would love to see a ward just placed up here to the right of the jungle. I mean, like, if he has a ward there, he's not going to die from Tempest. Like, he can spot out the rotations instantly. And one ward is definitely worth the gold. And at the moment, they don't actually have any wards on the map here for Legion, so they have enough wards to be placed. Glacius has bought one ward already. Actually, look at that. Look at that ward placed by Boxer already. Instant. Top lane.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the kill action on Wretched Hag. Oh, the obliterate, not enough damage. Wretched Hag with the invis. The Tormented's also missed, but you gotta give so much credit to Xibby right there, because he went the direction that everything was gonna miss on instead of panicking and running backwards. So bottom line in the meantime, hold on to Plague Rider. The Voodoo Puppet should do it. Yeah, Baltazar gets credit for the kill. So at least they do have a kill happen with the Secure on Plague Rider. But yeah, that was so close, man. From Cthulhu Fun right there, nearly picking it up.
Yeah, but look at the water side placed up here by Boxy. Like, he bought it himself, which is, I do love to see that, because although support should buy the wards, but at the same time, if buying one ward for 100 gold saved your life, then it's worth it. And this ward is definitely going to save him from any Tempest rotation. So good play coming out from Boxy already. Yeah.
Pharaoh picking up an early plated Greaves here, so just continuing to help be tanky. He's also level 7, so obviously very important to know. Has the Wrath of the Pharaoh, which he's already used, in fact, to help set up a kill on a roaming Rhapsody as she was coming in. But yeah, Cthulhu Fun continuing to eat away with that Hookem. Level 3 Hookem now. It's only a 30-second cooldown. And it's the instant kill on the creep, and it allows him to just easily pick up that farm and also mitigate so much harass damage from this Wretched Hag. So again, Boxy, 224 gold per minute. Xibby, 253. Xibby, though, working off the kill with the Deathline Cthulhu Fun, so that's understandable there.
I don't know what Krebson's doing down here. Okay, so the Tempest rotation is coming, so and look at that presence of my character from Baltazar. He sees the ward, sees the Magnus hit, but he doesn't see the Tempest, and that's just great play, honestly, coming out from Baltazar. I mean, he expects more people to be down here, and as a result, I mean, the push is already happening, and I think actually Tree could at least delay the push, if not sort of take this team fight if they wish to, but I mean, Behemoth has to come round here and start spamming out the fishes if they want to defend this bottom tower.
Yeah. I don't know if we've seen a fissure stun yet from Behemoth. He had a chance in the middle lane, but obviously didn't even use it in the end. So what's going on over here? Okay, that's an illusion that he just runs into, speaking of Behemoth. But yeah, this bottom tower.
They need to defend it. Like, they can. Like, there's only 3 down here.
They are.
Yeah, okay, so Behemoth is coming down here. But at the same time, I mean, like, Hag did pick up a TP, so I can understand if they don't want to take a TP. But I don't think they can. I mean, they're ahead in terms of golden XP. Oh, Magnus.
Well, Cthulhu Fun's ready to port in as well. He does have a TP, but yeah, Magnus catches Behemoth right here. Are they going to go for the turn? Cthulhu Fun, will he port in? I think he might. There goes a fissure stun coming out. Glacius, the Tundra Blaster trying to chase. Yes, Cthulhu Fun is here. Has a trample. Not going to use it just yet. The Hookem doing a little bit of damage.
So deep.
The Plague Rider. There's the stun on Cthulhu Fun, but he is so tanky. He travels away. He doesn't hit anybody in the process. However, he is going to be tanky enough to maybe survive in the background. Pharaoh jumps in on top of the fissure stun. He gets the cone of Plague Rider. Magnus on the rise. The Tempest on the minute does catch Puppet, but it didn't catch Pharaoh or Glacius. Down goes Tempest. Puppet Master, however, will eventually be killed, but at what cost here? Pharaoh still on the chase. Behemoth says it's not worth it. Wretched Hag just a little too slippery there, and is going to be fine. Mummy Walls go up to. Oh, he's not mana for a Lava Surge, actually. He's in a little bit of trouble. Hellfire it up, but fissure stun takes care of business. And that should finally be the end. That was a crazy fight, man.
They were so deep as well. I mean, I think they expected they were a lot higher up in terms of golden XP to sort of take that risky move. I mean, yeah, they killed the Puppet Master, but to what avail? They lost the Tempest, they lost the Magnus, they lost the Plague Rider, and at the moment, I mean, there's no real hope in terms of, no real sort of, strong hero here, other than the Wretched Hag. It's only 270 GPM. Compared to, say, Legion, they've got, good farm on Puppet Master, good farm on Pharaoh, decent farm on Behemoth as well as Cthulhu. So at the moment, as well as that tower kill and bottom lane.
Yeah, Puppet Master wants to get this kill. He puts some auto attacks on a Plague right now. He's going to the Voodoo Puppet. Will it be enough? No, it will not. The string just broke right there. And so he gets away. That was close. I have to admit, it's a little bit of a misplay coming out from Balthazar. I can understand why he tried to do it, but if you see, like he put a few more auto attacks onto Playground before he finalised onto the Voodoo Puppet, and I can understand that because he wanted to get as much damage out as possible before he used the Voodoo Puppet. But in the end, Playground broke the Voodoo Puppet before it even killed it completely, and as a result, could not finish off Playground. I will say this as Cthulhu Fun actually tramples through tramples through Tempest there, and it's going to survive. But I will say he was going for the tower kill. He actually did get the tower kill because he put an auto attack in there as well. So he did use a bit of time on that. I mean, if he just committed to the kill on Playground, he probably would have very likely got it, but it could have been denied in the end. So he made sure of that at the least. Yes, Playground lived, but he lived to die once again. When he goes down, Boxy gets credit for the kill right there. But
and I mean, at the moment, it's just kind of games of throws in terms of the suicide. I mean, we saw in game 1 Revenant 1-7, and at the moment 0-4 for Plague Rider. These suicides are not having a good game, to say the least.
No. Yeah, Plague Rider gets caught again. He's dead. Cthulhu Fun also getting a plated Creeps. That's kind of curious, actually. Obviously, don't stack. But both him and Pharaoh, split pushing and whatnot. It's not like the worst decision ever, but usually don't see a stacked on one on top of another as far as two teammates having the item. But top lane, we are going to see defense put up. Wretched Hag, that's a horrible decision because she's going to be stunned right there. And now she's left to die. She's going to maybe try to get the tower. In the meantime, the middle lane, there is a fight also breaking out right here. Play Goo was used, but it did not even bounce a single time. And they got the tower kill?
Great tower.
They got the tower kill.
Incredible trade coming out from Willow right there. They get the more important kill in terms of Hag over the Cthulhu. They get the tower mid. They deny their tower top. Insane plays coming out from Willow. They're absolutely outsmarting BMG in all aspects, and as a result, they're actually up by quite a significant amount. Only 12 minutes in. 6,800 gold lead and a 3,000 experience, and this is why I put BMG as my second choice. They're looking a little bit rusty breaking.
Oh jeez, trying to defend your choices now with that. Okay, first off, BMG's up 1-0, and we knew Willow Keeper definitely could put up a very good fight. So hey, if they do happen to pull through right here and force a game 3, I wouldn't say I wouldn't be too surprised. But yeah, BMG, they're not used to playing behind as these later parts, of course, but I'm not going to put any excuses in there. They're not playing with their main 5, but hey, they are still BMG and very, very good team. So, and that would also take away from Tree, and I don't want to do that either. So, Puppet Master though, Assassin Shroud is coming up here. He's got the Steam Staff, another 1,000 gold saved up, finishing off the Ancients here with the help of his teammates. So well played. In the end, Pharaoh again cracking his success. He's 2-0-3, 345 gold per minute. Pharaoh, one of these great utility heroes, getting a puzzle box next, and yep, probably going to get another kill here. Rhapsody does not know it, but he is absolutely dead. A little bit of overkill even, and actually, now Cthulhu Font. Uh-oh, this is kind of awkward right here. Yeah, I don't know about that. Although, as we say that, he's going to be hidden. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
No, now he goes! And he tramples away. I love it.
Boxy.
Oh, Boxy.
Oh, Boxy. But yeah, I mean, increasing the golden experience lead even further, and at the same time, I mean, they force out a lot of TP rotation. Look at BMG, look at their farm, it's so low. 240 on Hag, the only real saving grace is the Tempest, only 300 GPM, and he's not the hero you want that kind of farm on, because he's not the hero to really get back, or put BMG back in the game. He's just the person to get a lot of farm on. You want the good farm on the Magnus, on the Hag, to get them back in the game, but at the moment, I mean, it's just that the Tempest here that is looking strong, whereas for Legion, I mean, they've got a lot of heroes looking very strong. Oh, there's 3 heroes, all 4 heroes nearly, over 300 GPM. And I mean, Behemoth picked up his portal key. Assassin's Shroud nearly in the works for Puppet Master. I mean, BMG is looking rough for him, to say the least.
Yeah, no, this, again, is not often we get the chance to say that, but BMG most certainly in a very, very tight spot here in game number 2. And, you know, I will say this much: they take it over the throne as far as being the top team with the success and everything. Kind of the Stay Green, kind of took over Stay Green in that sense. But Stay Green, they were known for being a team where, sure, you know, obviously they're the top team, they won the big events and everything. They didn't always, you know, they didn't just stomp every single game, though. There were a lot of close games, and a lot of times they actually found themselves down early on, but eventually came back and then won it from there. You know, they were really known at persevering and coming, playing from behind. So that's where I'm looking back at BMG and saying if you're going to be the top team, you're going to have those performances as well. So that's something to keep in mind. Hag is usually a much better farmer than this as well. She's 5th overall in GPM. And if she's under 400, she's only 2-8. So, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Wow, he's only 234 GPM. Jeez.
Yep. And this goes back to, honestly, Boxy, like, obviously a great player, but obviously like, the 1v1 matchup, I think that's where he does excel at. And he really just shut down Hag's farm quite considerably. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have the greatest farm either, but at the same time, I mean, Hag was one of the strongest heroes against melee lineups, and he sort of, you know, plateaued Hag at around 200 GPM. He had to force the rotation to come out from Hansen just to increase his farm a little bit, and yet his farm is still so low at the moment already. He hasn't even picked up steam, but he's 16 minutes in. Like, this is so rare to see.
Yeah.
And as a result, I mean, this is why BMG are so far behind. And I think it goes back to, honestly, the great laning phase that Tree had. They had good lanes top, they had great lanes mid, Farah having 300 GPM 1v2, and they shut down the playground at bottom. I mean, they're going to try and push it in the middle lane, but is this going to be the right decision for BMG? Oh, geez,
BMG taking a huge risk. Yeah, they're going to go for it. Magnus, he does something. Puppet Master going to be locked down. Glacius is here, puts the freeze out. Pharaoh comes in. Puppet Master will barely know the Plague Room comes out, and it's starting to bounce around. Here comes Behemoth, though, in reaction. Puts out his ultimate. Tempest in trouble. No, couldn't get the set off. The Tempest ultimate going to be channeled, but never mind. The Hellfire comes out all of a sudden, a double tap for him. Yep, he sniped out Plague on it. It looked like for a split second there, BMG may have actually had something, but they did not. GGs are being called.
16 minutes.
Wow. A 16-minute victory for Willow Keeper over Bad Monkey Gaming. Yeah, I mean, they got the kill on Puppet Master, but by that time they had dove so far and they used so much that clearly it backfired there.
Exactly, and honestly, I think this was a really, really good game from Tree. I mean, I loved their draft. They had great lanes, and they had great individual skill, particularly on Cracky on the Pharaoh. I mean, it's very, very rare to see someone around 300 GPM in a 1v2 matchup. Like, that is insane, honestly. I can't stress